Hi everyone, and welcome to Solar Quran's weekly astrological highlights for June 17th through the 24th. What I noticed when I brought up this chart that was located for the 17th, I have to get it back there because I moved it while I was looking around for the 17th at noon. Was all of the activities the moon is going to be doing this week. And the moon is going to be really busy, and which probably means that we are going to be going through a lot of different emotional phases. And so the moon, as we start out on noon, is midpoint between Pluto and Saturn here. And that's how we start the weekend off on Friday. We start Friday off with this kind of seriousness about the day. And by the 20th, which is on Monday, the moon has moved up here to Pisces to conjunct Neptune. So certainly by the end of the week, we're all going to be feeling a bit dreamy and better, a bit mystical. And that should give us some insights as to what next week is going to be like. Because then the moon moves through Aries and is going to become conjunct with all of these other planets. But while it's still back here in Pisces, just after it has conjunct Neptune, it's going to be at the last quarter square, or the third quarter square for the month. And this is the square, the sun and moon square, that is finishing out a phase of the moon's cycle. And after the third quarter moon comes the new moon, where we get to start again. So this last quarter moon is always the time where we are trying to complete whatever we started at the last new moon. So that's what all of this energy passing through all of these signs, the moon passing by all of these signs, is doing. It's finishing out what we began at the new moon back on, let's see, May 30th. That far back. We've also been finishing out or trying to move ahead with Mercury. Mercury we've spent the last 9 weeks dealing with the Mercury retrograde in one form or another, either pre-shadow, retrograde, or post-retrograde. And so the moon and Mercury are finishing up old business, so to speak. So that's going to help us move forward as well. So by Monday, we're ready to move forward. And the moon passing through Aries is an opportunity to look at what the third quarter moon brought up and offer it up for healing, offer it up for us to let it go, let it be a part of the past, not part of the future. Now, Mars and Jupiter here in Aries is always about our will. It's about how we express our desires, our motivations, what we want to do in life. And Mars is only going to be here until July at some point, and Jupiter is going to back into Pisces and then go back into Aries later this year. But what we're experiencing right now is the setup for the next 12 years. This is kind of a taste of what we're going to be able to put into effect and move forward with for the next 12 years. So pay attention to this third quarter moon. Pay attention to your emotions, your desires, your dreams, your wishes, those things that that you may have put off because of, all of the large number of transformational things that have been happening in our lives over the last few years. Because this is offering you a groundbreaking opportunity, a time to be proactive, a time to be to move in a way that you might not have done before, so pioneering activity, and it doesn't have to be new to everyone, just new to you. It's pioneering if it's new to you. But by the way, if you have anything that's truly pioneering, also put it out there, because that would be just fantastic. The moon, we may get surprised when the moon conjuncts Uranus here. And that doesn't happen until Friday the 24th. So this week, we start out over the weekend with some heavy energy, and then over the week moving forward, it lightens up, and then hey, next week we get a whole new surprise. So one of the energies that is going to change this week is the sun is going to move into Cancer. And when the sun moves into Cancer, we turn to this kind of nurturing side of ourselves. It's the beginning of summer, the summer equinox or solstice. I'd have to look back at my notes. I'm silly like that. I have no memory at all. And I believe it's the summer solstice. And so we start a new season. It brings us to the point of where we feel like we are nurturing and ready to, things are ready to bear fruit, and we want to feel good emotionally. We usually do feel good emotionally, and we have that caretaker energy about us. So it represents, Cancer represents the dominant caretaker in the home. It represents home. So the focus this over the next month will be on the home, starting the 21st. Home and family. Now, we all know, I just said, expressing your own will. And that can be difficult around family. And so it'll be an interesting dynamic to see this Aries energy make itself known and present in the world. And while we have this desire to nurture and care for others and care for ourselves, to be nurtured and supported emotionally, the two seem kind of opposing energies. And they are, because they're at a square. And so there's going to be some creative adjustments that you need to do. And so I believe that it's possible to allow yourself to express your desires, your goals, your wishes, and also be kind and polite and supportive of other people's worries or fears, or the way that things used to be done, or because anyone that's pioneering is going to step outside others' comfort zones, and those comfort zones are helping others to feel safe and secure. And so it isn't kind to shove them out of their safe and secure spots, but there is a way for you to allow yourself to be who you are, to go after your desires without alienating anyone. And if you fear alienation, if you fear others rejecting you, it's not going to make you feel very comfortable putting that will out there either. And so rejection is one of the more serious psychological challenges we come up against, both with family and with friends and relations with others. So deal with that fear of rejection and know that you are the best thing going on in your life, and you are not ever going to be able to abandon yourself, and neither is anyone else going to be able to abandon themselves. And so if you can start with, neither one of us are going to abandon who we are, then you can start with a conversation. Then you can talk about how each of you really feel, and maybe discuss why those feelings are there and what you can do to help each other be more supportive of the other person's expression of who they are. So I'm going to stop there. We have a couple of other things that are going on, like the Venus trying to Saturn, which is going to help with those conversations and help with that calming influence. And so, you know, we have some heavy stuff going on at the beginning of the week. We have some lighter energy coming through the week. We are pushing past that third quarter moon so that we can start anew. And there you go. There you have it. Alrighty. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.